Hey folks, this is Greg Lewis, certified Pilates instructor and movement specialist, and of course, good friend and client of Dr. Gillis. So we're back here in Dr. Gillis's office. Let's keep it really simple and streamlined. I want to give you a few fundamental stretches that you can use at any time throughout the day to open up the back, release the body, take all that tension out of your spine. Let's start off in a chair. Most basic. I can take my hands on my knees about hip width apart, and let it start by rounding your neck. Let your head grow heavy and let it feel like your head is dragging your spine down over your body. By rounding, let it feel like you're putting space in the vertebra of your spine. Use the exhale to get the stretch. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, I'm using my belly and my ribs to stack me back up. Try to make that a nice juicy stretch. Also, when we're feeling tension in the back, a lot of times it comes from the hips or other parts of the leg. So here's a simple hip stretch. You're sitting in your chair. Take one ankle over the opposite thigh. Take both hands to the inside of that thigh. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, press away on that thigh. Don't just think of pressing down, but think of pressing the thigh bone out from the hip. We can hold this for about 30 seconds, get a good stretch. Also, we can take the ankle a little further over the opposite thigh, grab both hands to the outside of the thigh, and pull inward to get that stretch into the hip. Try that on both sides. Maybe hold each position for 15 to 30 seconds if you've got the time. If that is going well, we can also take it down to the floor. Some really simple, great stretches for the floor. Take yourself down onto your back. You can always use a pillow for the back of your neck. I like to reach my arms wide here and keep my thighs tight together. So I'm pressing my arms actively into the floor. Thighs glued together. I take an inhale, and as I exhale, my knees will drift off to one side, but I'm pulling my belly button in. It's like the belly button doesn't want the twist to happen. So the belly button is resisting, resisting, resisting as you peel your lower back off the mat. Take an inhale here, and as you exhale, that belly button takes back control and it pulls your lower back into the floor. We can take it to the other side. Always inhale to prepare and exhale. The belly button is resisting, 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 but the knees are so heavy they win out and you twist off. Take an inhale and exhale. That belly button gets strong again and it pulls you back to your center. A little twist and rotation for the lumbar spine. Also very simple. We can take hands to knees, pull the knees in. This way we're stretching the hamstring and going into the low spine. And then finally, my personal favorite way to end any kind of stretching session, which is really juicy for the low back if we can find it, is a child's pose. We use this all the time in yoga and Pilates. Reach out through your fingers and let your body hang down. If it's comfortable for you, let your knees be wider than your chest and let your chest reach down to the floor. Make sure your neck is long and reach your fingers forward as much as you can. You should feel your entire spine lengthening out from the low back. It's like you're reaching forward through the crown of your head. And here's the good part. So try to get this payoff. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, it's like your hips are a gear, and you scoop your pelvis. You're curling, curling, curling. The belly button pulls in. Your hands are like heavy weights, and your belly pulls in so strongly that it drags those arms in. Make sure your neck stays completely turned off, like 110%. Stack yourself all the way up, like one bone at a time. Make sure your neck stays turned off and rounded. And then at the end, the chest floats up, the neck stacks on top, the shoulders come back, and you say, ah, because it feels so good. And it's almost like you've just put your body into its best alignment. I hope that makes you feel good. I felt good showing it to you. So that's it for now. This is Greg Lewis coming to you from Melrose Chiropractic. Be well and have a great day.